I showed you the rules of changing person. Today I will show you the rules of changing tense. Dear learners, when we change the direct speech into indirect speech, we need to change the tense of the verb in the indirect speech. Now, dear students, look at the whiteboard. If the reporting verb of the direct speech is in future tense or present tense, no sense of the tense of. If the reporting verb is in present or future tense, no sense of the tense of the verb in the direct speech is required. Now, dear students, if there is any habitual truth or habitual fact or universal truth in the direct speech, the tense of the verb of the direct speech is not changed. Rule 2. If the direct speech indicates habitual fact or universal truth, the tense of the verb of the direct speech is not changed. Dear students, you see, if the direct speech indicates habitual fact or universal truth, the tense of the verb of the direct speech is not changed. Example: he said to me, water has no color. Dear students, you see, water has no color is a direct speech and it is a universal truth. And that's why the tense of the verb will not be changed in the direct speech. He told me that water has no color. Dear students, I think you have understood the uses of rule 2 and rule 1. Now, dear students, if the reporting verb is in the past tense and there is no habitual fact or universal truth in the direct speech, then the tense of the verb of the direct speech will be changed in the indirect speech. And to change the tense of the verb of the direct speech, we have to follow certain rules. Rule 1. If the reporting verb is in the past indefinite tense, the tense of the verb of the direct speech will be changed. If the verb of the direct speech is in present indefinite tense, it will become past indefinite tense in the indirect speech. That is, V1 will be V2. Past indefinite becomes past perfect. Present continuous becomes past continuous in the indirect speech. Present perfect becomes past perfect in the indirect speech. And past continuous becomes past perfect continuous tense in the indirect speech. Now, dear students, I will show you how modal auxiliary verbs are changed in the indirect speech. Modal auxiliary verbs can in the direct speech becomes could in the indirect speech, and may becomes might. Will becomes could. Shall becomes should. Dear students, would, could, should, had to, etc. is not changed in the indirect speech. Dear students, do in the direct speech becomes did in the indirect speech, and did in the direct speech becomes had plus V3. I mean had done. Do not becomes did not in the indirect speech. And did not becomes had not plus V3 in the indirect speech. Dear students, I think you have understood the rules of changing tense. Dear learners, in my next class I will show you the rules of changing adverbs of time and place. Thank you very much. See you soon.